Hello friends, today we understanding or revise just revise the our theoretically the study of sound chapter. So now start with our sound. What is sound? Sound is the form of energy, okay, and which creates the sensation of hearing. Now in the light chapter, the light is also the form of energy which creates what? The sensation of vision. In this, the sensation of hearing sound, okay, and sound travels, sound propagate in the form of wave. So a medium is need for the propagation of the sound, okay. In propagation of sound in the waves, the waves give rise to chain, that is the compression and rarefaction. Okay, what is compression? What the place in the sound waves? The where how the higher density, where how higher density this place is compression, where how the lower density this place our what rarefaction in the sound wave. Okay, the particles in wave oscillate it about the central or mean position in oscillation. You will be study in our higher classes in the oscillation chapter, that is the mean position is the central position in oscillation. Okay, and this is parallel to the propagation of the sound. What is these kind of waves? These waves are our longitudinal waves, and if the waves perpendicular to the propagation of the sound, okay, this is our what, our transfer wave. For example, in sea water, you looking that the waves up and down in the form of the waves, okay. And this is what our transfer waves. These are both the types of our sound waves, longitudinal and our transfer wave. Now we understanding the velocity of sound. Just we understand it the what is sound. Now we understanding the velocity of sound. The distance, what the distance that covered by a point wave in a unit means in a one, okay, in a unit time. This is our what, the velocity of sound, okay. So as a for the formula, how do we understand, okay, by the symbolically, v is equal to the lambda into nu. So in a words, the our velocity of sound is equal to wavelength into our frequency. And frequency, as we know, frequency is inversely proportional to the time period. So the velocity of sound is also the wavelength divided by our time period. Okay, the velocity of sound travels in a different mediums, okay. So it varies, in a medium, in a solid, liquid and gas. The at room temperature, a table is given in our textbook. What is the velocity of sound in gaseous medium, that depend on the some physical condition, for example on temperature, on density, and also on molecular weight. So what the relation with the velocity of sound and these terms, physical term. So now we understanding. So first, what the relation between the velocity of sound and temperature? The velocity is directly proportional to the under root of the temperature. What is mean about this? So the increasing temperature, okay, increasing temperature, that the velocity of sound is increases four times doubles. What? Four times increases double, okay. This is our the relation with temperature, okay. With we next looking with density. So density is the velocity of sound is inversely proportional to the square root of our density. Okay, what is it? It means by increasing the density, the velocity of sound reduce half of density. This is our the relation with density. Now next is our what, the molecular weight. The velocity is inversely proportional to the under root of our molecular weight, okay. This is what is mean about by increasing the molecular weight, that reduce the velocity of sound half of the molecular weight. We understand the relationship with the different physical condition in gaseous medium with our velocity of sound. Now we understanding next, what they before also be who first calculate this speed of light. The name of both scientists is Borelin and Vivianin. Okay, now you also be this remember. Okay, now we understanding our what the audible, infra, ultrasound, the different ranges in which the different types of sound. Okay, so audible sound, what is audible sound? The audible sound, that sound we can hear. Okay, and that kind of sound is audible sound, and the range between 20 hertz to 20,000 hertz. In between the range, the frequency range, this is our what, the audible sound wave. Okay, audible. What is infra and ultra? Both the sound human can't hear. Okay, so infrasound is lower than 20 hertz. What, infrasound is lower than 20 hertz. This sound is our infrasound. Okay, and what is ultrasound? The more than 20,000, more than 20,000, this is our ultrasound. Okay, and some animals have this special ability to listen the infrasound. That is what our some dolphin, dog, bat also. Okay, this what listening our infra sound they listening. Okay, now we understanding the ultrasonic sound, the uses of the ultrasonic sound. Also this is used in the communication between the ships at in a sea, at sea. Okay, also to join the surface, plastic surface, also in echocardiography. What is it means? The study of the heartbeats. Okay, and also the sonography, by which to obtain the internal organ. Okay, by which what to obtain internal organ images. Okay, also etc. We also uses ultrasonic sound waves also. Okay, now we understanding the reflection of sound, as also the reflection of sound follows the laws of reflection. Also in study the reflection of light in chapter, we revise the laws of reflection also. Okay, same follows here, the sound reflection of sound. Okay, and so incident sound angle and the reflected sound angle both are the equal, and the incident sound waves, okay, the reflected sound waves and the perpendicular or the normal, these three are lie in the same place. This is our what, the reflection of sound wave. Okay, a reflection of sound in very simple. Then we have next, that is the good reflector and what is bad reflector. So what is this, how much reflect, incident ray is reflect. On that basis there are two kinds of our reflectors. First is what, bad reflector and good reflector. So good reflector, the hard and flat surfaces are our good reflector. And what is the bad reflector? A bad reflector, the our paper, okay, the clothes are the our bad reflector. What they doing, the bad reflector observe instead of the reflected sound. Okay, this is our what, our reflector, bad reflector. So we understand about some terms, the what is sound, the velocity of sound, the different types of wave sound. Also we understand the and medium, and also we understand the relationship with physical condition in the gaseous medium. Okay, now also be we understand that is what is ultra, infra, and our audible sound. Okay, and now we completed with the reflection of sound and the bad and good reflector. This is our first part. In next part we will cover the remaining other topics. So till now, bye bye, you keep your study, as also this very helpful for revising. Okay, now bye bye.